It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. Kicking off the show tonight, we heard something new from Metal Church from the Vault release with For No Reason. And we just heard something there from the brand new Ross the Boss from their Born of Fire release. And that one goes out to everybody out there dealing with this nonsense. Fight the fight. And the guy who is putting up a good fight, like the rest of us, my good friend and partner, Chris Aiken. What's going on, Chris?
It's been very uneventful this week. Can't figure out quite why.
Nothing going on.
Can't figure it out. I didn't go anywhere, and I didn't hear about anybody else going anywhere this week. Quite the boring week.
Yeah. I don't, in all my years, I don't ever recall where an entire country is locked down.
Or an entire planet. Is there anywhere in the world that's open?
I don't know. I mean, I have purposely just ignored everything. I have not watched the media. I have not looked at social media. I have not followed anything because it's ridiculous hysteria.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy talk and people are losing their fucking minds, but I'm with you. I haven't watched any news. None. I don't care. Once they said my businesses were closed, I was like, okay, well, I'll just kind of wait it out and see.
Yeah.
See if I get to open again or not.
Yeah. Well, I don't care what your opinion is. I don't care what your thoughts are. Yeah. I don't know anything more than you do. So why do I want to hear what you have to think or say about anything? I don't care.
Well, everybody has all of a sudden become a physicist, a doctor, and a politician all this week.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I know. Well, which is why I've avoided listening or watching or keeping up with anything because I'm at this point. I don't care. I have listened to Mark Levin. Okay. He's had a few experts on, some real people who are disease doctors, and he got their take on it, and that was enough.
It's more than I need. All I need to know is. When can I file to get my mortgage pushed back? And when can I file for my SBA loans? Anything else? Don't give a fuck. People are dying. Don't give a fuck. People aren't dying. Don't give a fuck.
Right.
Honestly, don't give a fuck. As long as everybody in my little circle of people's okay, don't give a fuck.
Right.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Well, I've been actively working every day up until yesterday. I work in Illinois, and so the Illinois governor, along with the lesbian mayor of Chicago, came out yesterday and basically said, "Yep, as of 5:00 today, that is today, Saturday, we're shutting down until April 7th."
Okay.
I don't know how they chose April 7th, but April 7th.
They threw a dart at a calendar, probably.
Apparently, it's just like, why April 7th? That's a Tuesday. Why a Tuesday?
Because that's clearly the day that everything will be clear.
Okay.
So that's clear day. You didn't get the memo from coronavirus headquarters that April 7th is the day that they're going to stop killing people?
Yeah, I don't know. It's bizarre, but I'm going to go to work on Monday, and we're going to figure out, exactly what our plan of action is between, Monday and April 7th.
Well, there you go. I'll be setting you up for interviews. That's what the plan of action will be.
So we'll figure it out. But anyway, I hope everybody is safe and doing okay, and riding out the storm, as it were, and not losing your mind. Our good.
I don't know. Why would people be losing their mind after fucking 6 days or whatever? That's the part I don't get.
I don't know the answer. I just think it's all psychological.
I guess.
I mean, it's just kind of a weird thing that more or less you become unplugged. Everybody is in their routine. They either go to work every day or they do whatever it is that they do, and their whole life has been unplugged. And it's like, now what do I do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people are. I just am amazed that everybody that bitches and moans that they have to work too much, that they work too many hours, that my job sucks and I always got to go in, whatever. Now you're at fucking home. Enjoy it. Relax. It's been 6 fucking days.
Yeah.
Stop Stop with the hysteria. Let's get some things off the table right now. You're not going to lose your home. You're not. They're not going to let 200 million people be fucking homeless. So you're not going to lose your home. And pretty much everything else is going to be fucking covered on some way, some fashion, whether it's through services or unemployment or food services or whatever the fuck. Everything's going to be sort of handled. Are things going to be the same? Probably not, but you're not going to be homeless. So stop fucking panicking. When history is written about this 100 years from now, they're going to say, well, there was this terrible calamity virus and it almost took out the world and these people stood strong against it. It's the one time in history that you don't have to go off to battle to save the fucking world. You get to sit home, watch reruns of fucking 80s movies and chill. So just fucking relax.
Yeah. Well, and this is not to, lessen the severity of this, but, I've listened to a couple of, disease specialists, doctors, not politicians, but these are actually doctors. And the only thing that makes this virus, what do you want to call, have any impact?
Yeah.
Is that it's quick, fast spreading. That's
right.
That's what it is. But as far as the dangerousness of it, as far as it being any more dangerous than the flu or SARS or any other type of virus that we've encountered over the years, whether it's the avian bird flu or the swine flu it's not any more deadly than any of those. In fact, it's less deadly than those. It just spreads a lot quicker. And again, looking at the statistics of the normal flu that goes around every year, we lose 35 to 65 million people, or 65,000 people a year here in the States alone, just from the flu.
Yeah.
But you never hear about that, and how many deaths have we had so far from this virus? I think it's 50?
Oh, dude, I'm not paying any attention.
Yeah.
When I say I am unplugged, I'm completely unplugged.
Yeah, I get it, but my point is that we have worse things out there. Mm-hmm. But yet this reaction to this is just unprecedented.
Yeah. People are freaking out. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. So whatever. So I'll find out what my fate is on Monday as far as, what I'm going to do as far as handling business.
Well, let me know, because I've got a Brian Tichy interview just screaming for you to do it.
All right. So
I'm more than happy to start giving you interviews and slow me down a little bit.
Right. Exactly. So anyway, here we are. I was getting some texts from our good friend Sal last night.
Yeah.
And he's like, can we start the show already? What are you doing, Sal? Friday night, you're already begging for the show.
Yeah, I had the similar thing. I had somebody that hit me up during the week and said, well, since everybody's off this week, do you think that maybe you guys will do a couple shows during the week too? I was like, yeah, no, I don't. I really don't think we will. How about that?
Yeah, we're your home entertainment.
Yeah, what am I? Am I your fucking dancing monkey?
Yeah, get up on stage and dance, monkey.
How about this, cocksucker? Why don't you fucking get on there and entertain me?
Yeah.
You fuckwad. I've been giving you entertainment every Saturday for 7 fucking years. Your turn, fuckface. Holy shit.
That's funny.
Yeah, I couldn't believe the level of stupidness that I've been encountering this week has been crazy. I literally got a call today from a family wondering if Pinball PA was open. It calls up at 11 o'clock. It's like, yeah, I got a family of 5. I want to come down today. Just making sure you guys are open and seeing what the cost would be.
It's like, where do you live, pal? Or do you live in PA? Yeah. Are you aware that PA is shut down?
Yeah, are you coming in from the moon, sir? I mean, holy fuck. Where would, everything's closed.
Well, maybe he's one of those people who doesn't pay attention to the news either.
Could be, but you got to think he's out there with his family going, God damn, there's nobody out here today.
Yeah.
It's the most empty the road's ever been.
Yeah, they cleared the roads just for me.
Yeah, I'm the emperor. They're opening the doors for me.
I will say, though, for the last week, driving into Chicago, I take the Indiana toll road, and I have to pass through a couple toll booths.
Right.
I got to say, it's pretty damn nice rolling through the toll booth without any cars in the way.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, just for the record, my commute hasn't changed at all.
Well, I will give these some of these politicians a little bit of credit. I had to watch. We watched the announcement by Governor Pritzker and the mayor of Chicago give their announcement yesterday afternoon at 3:00 about the shelter at home order that was going into effect. And I had to give them credit that at least they were very, very clear to tell people you don't need to go to the stores and hoard everything. It's not necessary. The stores are going to remain open. The supply chain to the stores are going to continue. There's no reason for you to grab up everything, grab up all the toilet paper and all the meat and whatever.
Yeah.
The stores are open. The gas stations are open. Nothing is happening. There's not a shortage of anything. No need to go hoarding.
No, not at all. Yeah, I don't know what people are thinking, and the toilet paper thing is a mystery to me. Of all the things that you would hoard, toilet paper seems like it'd be the last thing. I mean, of all the things you want to waste, I usually buy a case of toilet paper anyway because I'm a bulk shop kind of a guy.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, a case of toilet paper, 96 rolls of toilet paper, costs between $40 and $60, depending on what you buy.
Okay.
40 at a time where a lot of people don't have income coming in, you can literally pull your pants down and drag your ass on the grass and fucking wipe your ass.
Right.
If you're spending $40 to $60 on that and not buying, I don't know, canned food or water or stuff like that, you're a fucking idiot. Toilet paper? Come on. Stupid.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. I don't get it. I mean, I've gone to the store twice in the last 2 weeks, and fortunately, the store that I go to, the grocery store that I go to, I have really not noticed any difference at all. I haven't seen bare shelves and produce picked over and all this other stuff. I have not seen that. They've done a really good job at keeping things in check. And, I haven't seen people acting just out crazy, pulling shopping cart loads of food and shit out of there. I've seen people do what seems to me the normal shopping that I see any other time I go there. So it seems like people have been fairly rational, at least around where I live.
Right.
But when you get into the city situations, that's where people seem to go nutty.
Yeah, well, you know me, I don't do stores, so.
Oh, I know you don't.
Again, no difference in my life.
Yeah. Well, the thing is the store that I go to, I mean, I can literally look out the studio window and see the rooftop of it. That's how close I am to it. So,
right. So there you go.
It's just so close and very convenient to me. And I don't buy that much anyway. I just pick up a few items and I'm back out of there.
Well, and let's be real. If you're at the point that you're hoarding toilet paper, aren't you also at the point that you're eating less?
You would think so.
So you would need less toilet paper.
You would think so.
You would think that if you're really trying to conserve, you're gonna start eating a little bit less. You're not gonna eat 3 meals and a snack and whatever during the day. You're gonna cut down to 2 or 1 meal. So if you're cutting down to 2 or 1 meal, that automatically is hoarding toilet paper. It's hoarding it up your ass for lack of need.
Yeah, it's too funny. But I'll tell you what, though, I did experience something kind of bizarre or different. I won't say it's bizarre. I'll say it's just different.
Okay.
Typically, when I go to the store, I just go in there, grab up 2 or 3 items that I need, and I'm back out the gate.
Right.
No problem. In and out. I don't really converse with anybody. I don't sit there and say, "Oh, look at the produce here. What do you think of this?" I don't start conversations with anybody. I just walk around the store aisles, get the few things that I need, check out, and out the door. Right. Well, for some reason, Friday, was it Friday or Thursday? It was either Thursday or Friday. It wasn't yesterday, so it must have been either Wednesday or Thursday this week. So I didn't really need much of anything, and they had these I'll call them a snack tray. They had these snack trays on sale over there where they, it comes with that, like the Ritz cracker and the cheese and the little, the little sliced up pepperonis or sliced up turkey or whatever. Well, they had those on sale, and they're, those are quick snacks for me. I just like to throw a few on a plate, put them in the microwave for about 20 seconds, get a little warmth on them, and they're real quick and they're easy, and, just eat a little plate full of those and I'm good for a while, So I thought, okay, I'll just pick a couple of those up because they were on sale. And so that's all I grabbed. I saw those things and I thought, okay, that's all I want right there. I'm taking those.
Right.
So I walk up to the register and the kid, ringing up at the register. He says to me, "Looks like somebody's having a party."
Oh boy, really? Does it?
I said, "Yeah, party of one."
Yeah, exactly.
So then while he's ringing me up, this guy walks up behind me and starts putting his jugs of water in this thing. He goes, "Hey, how's it going?" Says to me, "Hey, how's it going?" I turn around, look at him and say, "Yeah, it's going." He goes, "Yeah, I've seen you before. I've seen you at Kelsey's," which is a steakhouse that sometimes I go to this place where they have a prime rib. I like to go there like maybe once every 4 or 6 weeks. I'll go there. Okay. "Yeah, I've seen you at Kelsey's." "Yeah."
Wow.
Yeah, I go there. He goes, "Yeah, I noticed you over there a few times."
Yeah, great.
Cool. He goes,
"Wonderful to speak to you."
He goes, "So you ready for this pandemic?" I said, "What do I need to do to get ready for it? Isn't it already here?"
And the guy just looked at you like, "Oh, you dick."
Yeah, exactly. Didn't say another word. So then I ring out, walk into my car. There was a lady in front of me at the checkout, and she'd already got out of the building, and I was on my way out to the car, and she's putting her shit in her car, and she says to me, "Have fun at your party of one."
Okay.
I was just like, what is with people? Stop talking to me.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, how about you get in the car and shut the fuck up? How about that, huh?
It was just really weird, though. It was a weird thing. I don't know if it was just the nervousness of what's going on and people are commiserating with each other or something or whatever, but it always makes me laugh because periodically somebody in the chat room will put that little meme in there. It says, "My neighbor said hi to me. I think I'm going to have to move."
Yeah. Well, dude, I think with them, they're just trying to make nice with the guy they know they're going to have to listen to because you'll be the local enforcement for the Mad Max chapter.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
They see you and they're like, "That guy's fucking scary."
Yeah. You're probably right.
They probably do, and they're trying to make nice now. "Don't you remember me? I was that nice lady in the parking lot. Hey, don't shoot me."
I had some old guy walk up to me, and he goes, "You look like you know something."
"Yeah, I do. That you're a fucking nosy prick. Get out of my face."
And I said, "I do." And he goes, "Yeah." He says, "You just got that look about you that you know something that the rest of us don't."
See, that's when you should have broke out something crazy. You should have said, "The aliens have landed," and just left him and be deadpanned with it, and just, "The aliens have landed and they're coming to get us.
Right.
You have 3 days to live.
Exactly.
Enjoy them now." And just walk away and not laugh and not break, smile, nothing, and leave this guy going, "What the fuck?" Maybe the aliens are really here.
But that is just the weirdest goddamn thing. I'm just going about my business. "You look like you know something."
Yeah.
I do.
"I've got the top secret info. Do you want to hear? It's going to cost you your car." I'll tell you what I know. but you got to let me fuck your wife. You want to know? People.
Man. Hail and kill caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Neely, hey, Chris. I'm the guy who called last week. Remember about the Chinese conspiracy?
Yes?
Yeah. Is Alex Jones there, man? I got some important questions here to ask him. I don't see any cops around. I think they're out to get us. And I think also they're going to get us this summer with the mosquitoes.
You think?
Yeah, I know. You should play Guns N' Roses out to get me.
Okay.
All right.
All right, brother.
Yeah, make sure you tell Alex Jones to chime in, man.
Wait, if I choose to do that impression, it'll be on my time.
Martial law's coming, man.
No, it's not.
Right.
Cut it out.
All right.
Go back to your dreaming. Jeez, martial law's coming.
Martial law's coming. The FEMA camps are forming now over at Safeco Field. Stop it. Stop it. Just arm yourself and keep one for yourself. If they come to your door, take 4 of them or 5 of them out, however many you can clip, and take yourself out with the last one. That's all you got to do.
Right. The Trump administration is the last administration I would think about that would be up for martial law. Not exactly the Obama administration.
Yeah, that whole 3.5, 4.5 years of make America great again, just to kill off America. I'm sure that's what the plan was.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm sure that's what it was. Please.
Too good. So, since you've had time on your hands, what have you been watching, Mr. Aiken? You're always digging up some good stuff, some documentaries and movies, and what caught your eye this week?
Well, at the recommendation of the other side of this conversation, I finally watched Shut Up, Little Man last night.
Shut up, you little man.
That was, in one part, it's kind of funny, but it was so sad and tragic when they actually found the 2 surviving guys.
Yeah.
I just looked and I was like, I was, at first the guy, he's like, well, who do I sue about this? And then he's like, I'm too old to give a shit.
Yeah. I'm old and worn out, and my brain is fried from all the years of alcoholism.
Between that and the most sad thing, in my opinion, was when they went and visited that guy, Tom.
Yeah.
And he was living in a place that was not as big as this shithole that I have for the studio here.
Yeah, he had a bed and a chest of drawers and a little table, and that was it.
And he was drinking coffee out of I don't know, it looked like a cup that they would bring egg rolls in from like a Chinese restaurant or something.
Right.
I was like, oh, this poor guy. This guy ain't got shit going on for him. But I did enjoy, on some level, I enjoyed Shut Up, Little Man. I'm amazed that I had never heard of those tapes.
Yeah.
I love that kind of shit.
And that was going on when you were living out in San Francisco.
Yeah, that's why I'm really surprised that, and I was a big fan of like Jerky Boys and stuff like
course.
that. And I grabbed up any knockoff of that I could find, and I never heard of Shut Up, Little Man.
Shut up, little man. Fucking cocksucker.
Fucking faggot.
Hate all cocksuckers. I like women.
Too fun.
Shut up, little man.
That was pretty good. I watched that documentary. I've been watching this show on, I believe it's on Crackle. It's either on Crackle or Pluto. I don't remember which one. But it's called Bad Teacher, and it's based on the movie Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, I own that, yeah.
Well, they made a TV show about it. I don't know if you knew that.
I was not aware.
And it's not with Cameron Diaz. It's with a chick that's even hotter than Cameron Diaz.
Okay.
Named Ari Gracer, I think is her name. And unfortunately, there's no nudes of her online. I looked. But smoking fucking hot.
Yeah.
And much like the movie, all of the stories are just a little bit dirty, which I love. I couldn't believe some of the jokes that they were telling on like what would have been network television.
Okay.
I think this was on like CBS or something when it ran. It only had one season. It got canceled, but the jokes were pretty goddamn dirty. And I was like, fuck yeah. And it actually had like some legitimate people in it too. It had like David Alan Grier was in this show, and what's her name? The chick from Roseanne, Sarah Gilbert.
Okay.
Sarah Gilbert's in this show. I mean, I had like some decent named people in the show, but man, the star, this Ari, whatever her name is, Gracer, whatever her name is, what a hot piece of pussy. Jesus Christ. Now, she's the kind of teacher that I could see a Judge Aiken moment with. Yeah, look at her. There's a picture of her in the chat room. She's that's not a really good shot of her either. But she's really fucking hot.
Yeah, I was not aware that there was a TV show.
Yeah, good. It's fun. It's funny. You know, I'm going to be honest. I did not watch a whole lot of Netflix this week. I did not watch a whole lot of Amazon Prime this week, other than ourselves on Amazon Prime, just because I was testing all week with that.
Okay.
But I've been watching a ton of Pluto TV, and I've been watching a ton of stuff on Crackle, just because I don't really. There's a bunch of shows that I want to watch, Jack Ryan and like serious shows, but I really am not in the mood for that much. There's enough seriousness going on right now.
Yeah.
I just want stupid, lowbrow, dumb humor. And Bad Teacher was my lowbrow, dumb humor show of the week because everything was great. I mean, the show, I don't remember. Was the premise in Bad? Well, obviously it was that she went to a school after getting dumped by a rich guy. It's the same premise, but for a TV show, she's fucking the gym teacher and stuff, and fucking the gym teacher in like the closet at school and stuff. I was like, fuck yeah, this rules. This is great. She's out trying to teach lessons to these kids on how to be good people, and then going in the closet and giving the principal a blowjob.
Nice.
I was, fuck yeah, this rocks. This is my kind of show. So, yeah, that's a good picture of her. Look at that picture Ricky Andrews just put in the chat room. She's fucking a nice little hottie, man. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's a good one. She is a good one. So that was the main thing that I watched this week was Bad Teacher on, I'm pretty sure it's Crackle.
Okay.
And Crackle is free for people that are not aware. If you have any sort of a device, an Apple or a Roku or a Amazon or whatever, Crackle is a free app that you can install. So install it and watch. It's good. Good shit.
Well, last night I was looking for something to watch, and I periodically I'll give independent documentaries a shot, but 9 times out of 10 they're not very good.
Sure,
So I started watching this, and I got maybe 15 minutes into it. I just could not watch anymore. It was just so horrific.
Okay,
it was called Pig Hag.
Pig Hag?
H-A-G, like you're a pig and you're a hag.
Okay, what channel so that people know?
It was on Amazon.
Okay.
It was in the documentary section. It was called Pig Hag.
Okay.
And it's about this fat chick.
Nice.
Who's a Guns N' Roses fan.
Okay.
And she went to a Guns N' Roses concert the week that Axl Rose broke his leg.
All right.
And here's this is what it boils down to is at the Guns N' Roses concert, she met some dude.
Okay.
And then he ghosted her. And after he ghosted her, then he was sending her nasty texts like, you need to lose weight. You're a pig hag. You're this, that, and the other. Instead of blocking the guy, she entertains his text all the way through. Stop contacting me. Stop insulting me. Stop, the whole thing. It's just like, after the second text like that, why didn't you just block the dude?
Because she saw money. She could make the Pig Hag documentary.
Yeah, I know. So she kept answering this guy.
Okay.
So there was one scene. It was so freaking ridiculous that she's laying in bed and you see her scrolling through her phone, and they have a screen to the right of her showing what she's looking at on her phone.
Okay.
And she runs across a news article. She jumps up off the bed and she's like, "What the fuck?" And you think that she got like a text that said her parents died or something, right?
Right.
So then she dials a friend and she goes, "Dude, did you see the news? Axl fucking Rose broke his leg."
Oh, brother.
And I was just like, "Are you shitting me?" And she goes, "I got tickets for next week's show. I just wanted to go see him do the snake dance."
Ugh, Jesus Christ. And you lasted 15 minutes with this, huh?
Just 15 minutes, and I was like, I can't take any more of this. This is so horrific.
Right.
just horrible.
Yeah, that sort of reminds me of another one that I started and didn't get very far into this week. It's a 6-parter, no less, on Stars. Okay. It's called Leavenworth, and it's about. I thought it was going to be about a guy that was put in Leavenworth for doing something fucked up in the military, right?
Okay.
So I start watching, and you get in a good 30 minutes or so, maybe even more. And they're just talking about, well, he was here and he was this great guy and he was, the most motivated, this and that. And I'm like, okay, where's the hook here? Where's what he did? And then it took the social justice turn. and all of a sudden was like, but then someone found out he was gay. And I was like, I get it. A social justice documentary.
Yeah.
So I watched exactly another 35 seconds, and most of that was fishing around on the bed looking for the remote to turn it off.
Right.
And was, yep, I'm not going to play this game. I'm not going to sit here and watch another 5 hours of these guys railing against the military for not wanting cocksuckers in the foxhole.
You cocksucker.
Cocksucker.
Little man.
Shut up, little man.
Well, then I found another independent documentary, which I watched all the way through. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the worst.
Right.
It's called Darwin.
Darwin.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about this little city out in the middle of Death Valley.
Okay.
And what's left of it, there's only 35 residents out there.
Okay.
And it's mostly retired people. Well, pretty much all retired people, or people who are disabled or who basically wanted to disconnect from, society.
Okay.
And they live in Death Valley.
Sure.
And this teeny little patch of what used to be a mining town back in the late 1800s or into the, all the way up to 77, I believe. I guess they mined the lead out there.
Okay.
And it's like right on the outskirts of China Lake, which is, that military base out there.
Yeah, okay.
The Air Force base out there. And so these people just live out in the desert, and they're not, they're nothing to look at as far as like, fancy people. They live in like trailers and, basically piece together houses and whatever. And they just sort of live out there.
Okay.
There's no economy out there. I don't even know how I think they all live on like disability checks or retirement pensions or something like that. But I don't even know where they get their food or their groceries or anything.
Right.
Because there's nothing out there. There's no general store. They do have a post office, but there's nothing.
Goods and beads, right? They trade for goods and beads.
Yeah,
and
something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's kind of bizarre, and they talk to various residents, and they talked about, how they all sort of collaborate and, make sure that they have their, water and having electricity out there, and they all kind of pitch in, and like one guy built a fire truck.
Okay.
just in case somebody's house catches on fire out there.
Nice.
He fixes old cars and stuff. So he's got an old barn out there, and it's got a bunch of old cars, and you got a bunch of artsy type people out there who sit out there and sculpt.
So in other words, it's basically Just a documentary about some fucking town.
Yeah, some little town out in the middle of Death Valley with 35 residents.
You know, I think it's really about time that we raise the price of cameras again. We've made them so cheap that everybody thinks that they can fucking make a movie.
Exactly.
You know, everybody can afford a camera that shoots in 4K now. You know, you do it with your iPhone, for fuck's sakes. I know Apple advertises that they shot like Lady Gaga's video with a phone.
Yeah.
So everything is so cheap to make movies now that everybody thinks that they're making a movie. This sounds like something that should have never been made into a movie.
Yeah.
Bunch of hilljacks fucking living their life.
Yeah.
Wow.
The hills have eyes.
Yeah, okay. Well, the hills have eyes. At least had like a plot line to it. This just sounds like, hey, here's Bill the Butcher. Hey, Bill, what you doing? Well, I'm cutting up a cow.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm looking for a bench so I can work on my truck.
Exactly.
Like, the fuck?
Out there scrounging around, you know, just piecing shit together.
Hey, Bob, you got an extra fender in the backyard? I need it for my truck.
Exactly.
Come and get it. Then the camera guy's like, oh, fuck, let me fire up the camera.
Right.
I got to film him looking at fenders in the backyard.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
was it any good, or were you
know, it was no, I wasn't bored. I mean, I did watch it all the way through. It was just kind of, you know, odd. It was just a very odd thing that these people basically live out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And just they survive out there. It's just strange, you know. It's a very strange thing.
Right.
Yeah. But you know, speaking of iPhones and stuff, you brought up a good point about, you know, how good these camera phones are.
Oh yeah.
When I was out on the road last week with Dawkin, you know, I don't watch live television, you know, news and things like that. I don't watch any of that. But, you know, when I'm in the hotel room, you know, flip the TV on because I don't really watch TV, you know,
right.
network channels and stuff. What I notice, though, now is that because television stations, the local stations, are probably, you know, just barely hanging on because who's watching network TV anymore?
Yeah, probably not many.
Yeah. So what I'm noticing now is that these TV stations have cut back so much with their staff and their equipment and all that other stuff. I noticed on a couple of different occasions that the on-site reporters, you know, hey, we're live out here at such and such where something happened.
Right.
These reporters are holding up their own phone and reporting live using their phone.
Of course. Yeah, it's just the way of the world these days. You know, look, when I had John here last week, I don't know, did you watch any of the actual video content?
I did not watch the video. No, I did not get to watch the video part. I did listen to the audio segments, but I did not watch the video portion.
Well, the video came out really pretty well, actually. I mean, very clear. John's video was pretty clear. I had this thing that I spent, I think, $49 on. It's a big green circle thing that we attached to John's chair. And then I was able to green screen it out and put a background behind him. And it looks fucking perfect. I mean, it really looks perfect. And if you saw how I mean, you've been here to see the fucking jerry rigging I did with this, with towels taped up over walls and fucking a green screen nailed to the wall. You know, I did it that way. And then when I put the camera in, I literally took one of these Logitech cameras that, what do they cost? $80?
Yeah, they're coming down in price even more now, but yeah.
They cost nothing. And I shot him in 4K.
Yeah.
I shot him in 4K. And it looks better than any of that video that you're talking about when they go, hey, this is Maria out on location on Skype. You know, I love that now when they say, yeah, we're going live on location, and they show them and they're clearly just holding their phone out like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, I'm here on location and there's a big flood.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. So they don't even have a camera crew anymore. No. These on-site reporters, they just have to go out there with their phone and hold their phone up and give their on-site reporting while holding their phone up like a selfie stick.
Yeah, that's probably what they did. They replaced the cameraman with a selfie stick.
Yeah.
Here you go. Get out there. Make sure you send it in. And in fact, we're not even going to pay for Wi-Fi on there. Go over by McDonald's and use their free Wi-Fi.
Exactly. But that's what it's all come down to now, because, network TV is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same way with commercial radio and whatnot. And so for those that are still out there doing something, providing the local news, they're
Right.
reporters. Here, take your iPhone out there. No, we don't have a camera crew or a van anymore.
Yeah. No, just get out there. Take your car. And we're not going to reimburse you for gas either.
Yeah,
Fuckface.
just write it off on we'll give you a 1099. Write it off on your taxes.
We're going to give you $25 for that story.
Exactly. We're going to piecemeal your stories.
Yeah. And it is really, really sad that's where we've come to. You know what else is sad when you see it these days? Ooh, Topanga. That's not sad. But anyway, the other thing that is sad is, I've been watching, like I said before, I've been watching a lot of Crackle and a lot of Pluto TV. And with those two platforms, they run some local commercials.
Okay.
And it is immediately clear when they switch from commercial company that has money versus commercial company that has no money. Because commercial that has money looks clean.
Yeah, it's professional and clean.
Commercial that has no money looks like it was shot in 1985. It has that haze of blur. So it just looks all blurry and sloppy.
What was it? Was it a commercial for Maury's wigs?
Maury's, yeah, exactly.
They don't come off.
And then next thing you know, he's being choked out. That's one of my favorite scenes in that whole fucking movie, when he's choking about, and instead of trying to help him, Ray Liotta's just laughing his ass off because the pulled back.
Yeah. Well, but see, this is where I pat you and I on the back. We've been self-producing for years. Mm-hmm. Now everybody else now is just catching up. We've been doing it on the fly and on the next to no budget.
Yeah.
For decades now.
Yeah, so we know what it costs.
Yeah.
So don't tell us it's costing some great amount of money, because it costs shit.
Yeah.
It costs nothing.
Yeah. So that's where commercial TV is at now, is filming it on your iPhone now.
Yeah. I wonder if some of those guys, what is that guy that does the news network guy, but he's not really a news guy?
Oh, Gary Franchi.
Yeah, I wonder if he has like a tripod with his iPhone set up in front of that desk.
Well, I'm sure he has some kind of he probably uses like Brio cameras or something.
Okay.
And he probably, because I noticed that, the cameras switch. He's got like a two camera shoot thing going on.
Sure.
Because so I think that he probably has like two Logitech cameras of some kind, and a green screen like you, and he runs that video behind him, and he sits at his news desk.
Yeah.
Probably in the room, in a room the size of your room.
Yeah, and just does it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we could do I know how to do a 2 and 3. Well, we did a 3-camera shoot, didn't we?
We did.
With Cleon's thing.
We did.
And we were doing it to where it was showing 2 of us, and then I would hit a button. I was using OBS, which is the software.
Yeah, you just switch it over.
Yeah, and I'd switch to a new scene, and then it would put us on the side and the band in the middle, and we did that.
Well, I mean,
I'm ready.
Well, even Anthony was doing that early on before he actually has a crew that does his audio and video production. But prior to that, I was watching one of his videos when he started Compound Media 5 or 6 years ago. And he was talking about sitting behind that desk there, and he had like a little control panel. Mm-hmm. And he said, not only was he, conducting the show, but he was also running the cameras and everything.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I was a little more focused, I would do the video. Truthfully, if we could figure out how to not have OBS absolutely bog down my computer by the end of the show, I would shoot the whole show in OBS. And that way, whenever we talk about, and I'm going to get there, I just haven't, now that I have a little bit of free time, obviously I might. But, I would love to set ours up so that when we start talking about people or whatever,
you can put it up on the screen.
Yeah, and pull it up and just show it. And I know how to do it. I mean, I've done it testing here at the house. It's just, I don't want, if the computer gets bogged down, it takes like 20 minutes to reboot this bitch. And I just don't, we don't have 20 minutes for me to be fucking around with the computer.
Right.
So I haven't done it yet, but who knows? I might, because, this week, I'll tell you, this is ironic and in a good way. I was talking to my brother, I don't know, a month or two ago, and he uses, he develops software for major banks and stuff. And so he has to test everything that he does across all platforms. So he always has a plethora of stuff, an iPad, a Surface, computers, Macs, PC, all the gear.
Yeah, everything, every type of platform that you need, he can fire it up and use it.
Yeah, he can come up with it. So I had asked him, I was like, hey, my iPad is starting, because I burn it up with the show every week, the battery's starting to go bad on the iPad. It's like 3 years old, so it's probably time to get a new one anyway. So I had asked him, I was like, what do you think I should get? Should I get another iPad, or should I maybe look at a Surface? And he hits me back, and he's like, well, if you don't care if it's brand new Surface, I've got a Surface Pro just sitting in the closet. It's brand new. I'll send it to you. And I was like, fuck yeah. So he sends me this Surface. So now I have a new Surface. And I'm thinking that I'm going to probably use that thing since it's brand new, and I'm going to use that to maybe start learning some different video technology so that we can do some different things here on the show. Because now I have the Surface runs Windows.
Okay.
So I can literally interface that to this computer and run different cameras from different things or different platforms to where I can do some different shit now with the video. So probably this week I'm going to set that all up in here, and I don't know where I'm going to put everything because I'm kind of out of space on this little desk, but I'm going to try and figure it out so that we can improve what we do on CMS TV, because I would like that if when we're saying, yeah, you got to see this teacher, boom, she's on the screen.
Right.
That's the one thing I think we don't do that we could, but I just don't want to spend any more time on a Sunday editing it in.
Yeah, I get you.
But I think that would be a definite cool addition to the show.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, from my end, as far as the technical stuff goes, mm-hmm. I've been running the board and the music and the stream and all that stuff for years.
Years, right?
And it's just funny that now the commercial outlets are down to doing that.
Right.
It's like you got to do all this yourself now, pal.
Yeah, of course. Get to it, fucky.
Yeah. So there's just no money in it anymore.
Yeah. No, there's not. So, but we'll just keep doing our thing, and we'll be as good as the networks, I guess.
Or the networks will be as good as us.
Yeah, probably more the case. more true.
So anyway, that brings everybody up to date with what we've been filling our time with.
Yeah, that's right.
I hope everybody, wherever you are or whatever you're doing, you just kind of stay the course, keep a level head, and don't wig out.
Yeah, arm up, but stay cool, relax. Have your weapon with you, just in case.
Yep.
But no need to shoot anybody just yet. Just kind of relax. That's what everybody needs to do. Just chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
And do yourself a huge favor, people. Not that I'm trying to dictate what anybody does in their life. I'm not. But stop watching the fucking social media.
Yeah.
It's just making you nuts. It's really just making you crazy. It just is. But yeah. Oh, you know what, dude? Before we go to songs and stuff.
Yeah.
Guess what I did today?
I can't
I
imagine.
did do something today. I did the Rock God podcast. I did that religious podcast.
Oh, okay.
Today.
Yeah. You talked about that last week.
Yeah, I actually chatted with the guy, David. Really nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let everybody know when it comes up. It was, first of all, I didn't know we were going to go as long as we did. I thought it was going to be like 30 minutes or something.
Okay.
It was an hour and a half.
Yeah, you co-hosted a show.
Pretty much. I've already done one show today. but it was, I'm going to be honest, and this is not shitting on anybody else's podcast that I've done, but this was just a lot of fun today to talk about some religion and how it ties to, to my own life and, belief systems and stuff. It was a totally, totally different thing than I've ever done. Even on this show, I don't think I've ever really gotten into it like that and talking about scripture and stuff like that. And I know that's probably, people are probably like, yeah, the guy that talks about fucking pussies and fucking
porn,
sex. Yeah, exactly. The ultimate fuck you, man, getting into an hour and a half religious context. But it was totally great. I really, really enjoyed it. The name of the podcast, it's on Spreaker. It's called the Rock God Podcast. I'm pretty sure that my interview's not up there yet, but it will be probably in the next couple of days, I'd imagine. And I encourage everybody to listen to everything that I do because, let's face it, I'm the most important person on the planet. But this was seriously one of the more fun things that I've done in a while.
Yeah, because it kind of broke from the norm.
Yeah, it really did. And I think people will be very surprised at a lot of my religious takes, because I think people think that even the guy today, one of his questions to me was, well, how long have you been an atheist? And I was like, I've never been an atheist. I'm not now. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, hey, I believe in God, heaven, hell, devil, all that shit. I believe in that shit. Mm-hmm. And he's like, really? And then we got into talking and, talking about my accident and how I associate religion to my accident and, shit like that. It was really fun. Mm-hmm. I went into it a little bit cold. Not going to lie. I was like, what am I going to talk about? And, I was hoping that this guy didn't think that I somehow had like a secret life of being like a religion guy or something. And
right.
that I just do shock jock radio as, like the counterculture to my religion or something.
Right. Like it's your alter ego.
Yeah. I was hoping that wasn't what it was. And it really wasn't. It was cool. He was really cool. He actually interviews like a lot of death metal people and stuff. So it was definitely cool. So for people that want to hear that, it'll be up, I'm sure, sometime this week. It's called the Rock God Podcast, and it is on Spreaker. So good shit, man.
So you didn't pull him into your darkness?
No, I didn't try to. Why would I try, dude? My vortex of evil is out there. If people want to get pulled in, they're pulling themselves in.
Yeah, I was only making reference to that email we got a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
about your darkness and see the light and me stop being your enabler and
right.
because I'm so influential in your life.
Well, yeah, because if there's one thing I'm known for, it's being led by other people.
Well, according to your ex, I was leading you down that path.
Well, according to her, everybody was leading me away from her, so whatever. And she didn't realize that she was leading me away from her.
Right.
That's the only one that led me away from her was her. So anyway, whatever. Check it out. Rock God Podcast.
All right.
Spreaker.
Very good. Now, hopefully he has, does he have good audio quality and stuff? Does he have good audio quality?
Yeah.
All right.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. Maybe the internet's getting fucky, but all right. Well, let's take a break. Let's play a couple of tunes. Let you start processing your video. And all
right.
I got a request here from our good friend Chris Wicks. He wants to hear something from Asphalt Ballet, and he wants to hear Soul Survive. So here it is. It's Asphalt Ballet exclusively here.
on your classic metal show.